in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Upshaw. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the lone running back. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk.
He's going for it all. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. They'll try to power their way ahead. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Mills. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looking deep down the right side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Trojans. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it.
Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. There he goes. The 10th touchdown, USC. He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
In this drive from the 28-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really sputtered out of the game, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense set for a first down play. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Berry. That pass is incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
2nd and 10 here. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man. It's Miles. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. On target over the middle. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Lost to throw again. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Going for it all. Touchdown, Florida State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over San Diego State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off play action on first down. Soft spot in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Noles will hustle to the line. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense changing the play. Rushes on him. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's loose, open field, time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there if I were allowed to let that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the heat. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
On the set.
Using his legs, it's Poole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Looking for a gap. It's McClure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season. This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked.
Trying to take it back. At the 30. He's at the... And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 15 over Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Toss sweep to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Sperry. Setting up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Keeps looking downfield. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now, you get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards, if that's your thing. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in They were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC Championship game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia, as we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last season's national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies. Green Day Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy.
Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Showing a bunch formation now. good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. The tackle is made just a short gain after the completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Receiver in motion now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 in the first possession. The ball is picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
Running out of time in the pocket. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
To throw, it's Lacy. Grab down the middle, it's Bond. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
They pick up the first on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Looking to scramble. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. That downfield incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Avoiding the pressure, moving out to the right. Oh, it's dropped to Schmitz for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. Incompletion makes it second down. They snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Great footwork, a big opening now. They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Can he make it to the marker? Able to convert on third. Sets him up now. First down at the 22.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Critical moment of this conference championship. Third and short on the 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
The kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it second and medium. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense produces 6 points.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now following that dreaded pick 6. For this guy, it's a nightmare in real time. And for the defense, unbridled jubilation.
Kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Bond. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
That completion makes it second down. He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Looking right, this one caught.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like, pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Fires it to the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. He makes the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
Well, that's exactly when you want to go to your literal slot receiver, right? He gets a one-on-one matchup on fourth down, has all that room to work with in the middle of the field. Get him the football on fourth down, come up with a conversion, keep those sticks moving.
The Longhorns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw. It's Lacy. The ball is hauled in. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up the first down.
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. A much-needed score, Kirk, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They're continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. Handoff here from the shotgun. Running with purpose. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Inside deals now from the shotgun. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Run quickly. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. Man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, looking to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful. Tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And looking for a big play here. And it's caught inside the 15 still. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Texas A&M getting set with a first and 10 now. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he'll set up to throw. He escapes the pocket. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a a great pick. Instead, a third down play coming up.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his second interception in the first half alone.
On third down, he drops to throw. That's a dangerous throw. It falls incomplete, but this defense almost had a second interception today.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity from dropping that interception.
Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Right there, they'll start from the 25. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Again, makes it second and medium. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and one. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Longhorns pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Yeah, that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Dropping back, it's Lacey. On the move now. He'll throw it now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket and away from the pressure, and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Moves out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. It's reeled in. It's Terry. They bring him down to the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Important moment here in this championship game. 3rd down and short on the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He escapes the pocket. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Texas. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting, slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion, just masterful execution on that drive.
The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. Touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to scramble. They'll try a pass here. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Complete with the running back, but can he get there?
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Empty backfield, offense spreading the field with 5 wide. They look to throw it here on second down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That's caught. It's Williams. And they get the third down conversion. Football moves now to the 45.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quick throw over the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for a man. Throws it to the right. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down at the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Going for the touchdown here. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution in that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Aggies will kick it deep to begin the second half. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. Gets the first and still running. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Longhorns. The comeback is on.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play, and here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Second down play coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy. Third
down play for this offense. pick up the first down through the air. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. No fair catch. He feels the punt. To be brought down, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Dropping back, it's Lacy. The pass rush closing in. The sure hands, it's Bond. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Wideout's now flustered.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Touchdown, Texas. And they jump on top here in the second half.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return will be brought down. Here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught by the receiver. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust that, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Looking to scramble to his left. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Catch made on the out route. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. The Yankees are moving quickly down the field. Single back takes the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to be thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
They're going to run it here. Breaks free. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Tight end makes the grab. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To the air, it's Lacy. The pocket breaking down. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
I like what the quarterback's thinking here, trying to make something happen, but he's got to be aware. It's the first play of the drive. To take a loss like that, well, you really set yourself back on trying to pick up a 1st down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right.
A lot of times you call a slant, you love to see some big yards after the catch. But when they don't go for many yards after the catch like this, it's a good stop by the defense.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. The defense. Him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Well, this running back is very dangerous in the open field as a runner. Here we see him catching the football as a receiver, but the defense does a great job of keeping him short of the 1st down marker.
Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Catch made wide open way downfield. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
press coverage now from these DBs. Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Down behind the line, it's Spahn. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Pressure is coming. Using his legs here. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? Touchdown, Longhorns. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Comes up with the catch. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for a gap. It's Burrell. Will get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And at 1st down, they go right back to him. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Burrell. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Oh, then stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looking to throw. It's Lacy. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick completion to the tight end. Completion. It's about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. Leading here in the 4th quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Maybe the last shot here. Oh, he's got it. Enough for a first down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on 3rd down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands, let him work his magic.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Get some space around the 30. They get him down, but that first down will be decisive and give us our new conference chance.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, they can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.